Angel Fairies. I hope you guys are having an amazing, gorgeous, abundant day, and thank you so much for coming back and touching down before the year is closed out. In today's video, we are going to show you guys how you can actually manifest your 2025 vision board, as well as how you can actually create one, okay? I recently got finished creating my vision board, and it was not only so fun, I actually believe that everything on it I'm manifesting due to some certain habits and intentions and manifestations that I have been implementing in my life that has got me to this point. So if you guys are actually ready to live your dream life, and only your dream life of 2025, let's hop into this video. By the way, if you don't know who I am, hi, my name is Nadi. I am a spiritual practitioner as well as a illustrator. And if you are someone who is ready to heal from any past traumas as well as live their best life, this is the channel for you. So yeah, if you end up liking this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, turn on my post notifications so you won't miss anything from me. All right. So like I said, this video is going to be all about how you can actually manifest your 2025 vision board. And the first thing I recommend when it comes to creating a vision board is figuring out what exactly you want for the 2025 new year or period. I'm going to create a new video on this, but it's something along the lines of like, I'm not tapping into a winter arc, or I'm not tapping into like a shortened season, because I'm recognizing that if I want to create a lifestyle of transformation and growth, I have to view it that way. I can't be like, oh, 2025, I'm gonna do this. But for some of you guys, it's easier. So when you're figuring out exactly what you want, you need to make sure you're not indecisive. Only reason why a lot of us are indecisive is because we think we don't know what we want. We're afraid of actually getting what we desire. We're trying to be perfect about whatever we desire. We're trying to go about it in a logical way. And so all those things create indecision, and your vision board is not going to be able to manifest in the ways that you want it to, because you're not really being decisive and making wise decisions and choices about what you want. So the first thing you want to do is sit down and just write out your ideal version of yourself. Who do you want to be? How does this person think? How does this person look? What does this person have? Okay. How does this person act? Why do you think you deserve to be this person? And the only, reasonable explanation for you to think you deserve to be this person is because you deserve to be that person. So that should all you should have there. But after you kind of answer those questions, now it's time to create that vision board, right? Now it's time to live in your highest alignment. So I personally like to create my vision board on Canva. Canva is a very great place to do it. It's free, but if you want like more features, I recommend subscribing to their thing. It's only $12 a month. I love it. And I created my collage, my little vision board on there. Now, one thing I do recommend when it comes to your vision board is to just keep it private to yourself, because it makes it even easier for you to manifest. And also, everybody don't need to know what you're doing. You just need to pop out on them. Pop out on them and show them what you really are, okay? That's what I like to do, okay? And once you do that, you got your Canva, you created the collage, now it's time to go get your pictures. So I like to go on Pinterest, and I like to do it in 5 categories. I like to do career, lifestyle, prosperity, self-love, and self-growth, and love in general, okay? Those are the categories I like to go in, but I also don't even do it by category. I do it by intuition. Like, what do I want to achieve next year? Do I want to be in love next year? Do I want to make more money than I have been next year? Do I want to get a G-Wagon this year? Like, all those things are just what I want, knowing that I can get what I want. So after you get your pictures and you get your Pinterest, here are a few tips that I recommend when creating collage. Because when I was about to do it, I kind of overthought it at the beginning. That's why I never really created a vision board, because I overthink things, but I no longer do that. So one thing I recommend is not only just getting yourself pictures of your desires, get little affirmations and little auras to make your collage cute. Because if your collage is not cute, you're not going to want to look at it, and you're not going to feel the energy of, yes, I have everything I desire. Particularly me. If something doesn't look visually appealing to me and visually aesthetically pleasing to me, I'm not going to be excited to do anything or motivated to do anything. So I recommend doing some pictures like these, as well as doing some affirmations. I even put one of my favorite angel numbers on there, and the angel numbers I've been seeing consistently. And so some of those were like 777, 888, 222, 555. And I put it in a way that is kind of like aesthetically pleasing and very intuitive. Like, again, it's not hard to create a collage. I thought it was super hard, but no, I was like, oh, okay. Like, you gotta just start, okay? Once you start, you're gonna be fine. right? You have your aura, you have your cute tidbits. So even your cute little tidbits doesn't even have to be angel numbers or auras. It can be like little characters in like the little crevices of it. So like, say if you got a picture here and a picture here, you could put a little character right there, and that's cute. Or you could put a cloud, you can put a heart. Like, there's so many things you can do in Canva to make your vision board very, very cute. Now, I actually was supposed to talk about this before the vision board, but I got excited. So but we're going to talk about limiting beliefs and lack mindsets and why they cannot be applied to your vision board or into the new year. Okay, so moving away from lack mindsets and limiting beliefs takes a certain amount of courage and strength, okay? Because the only reason why they're there is because we consistently told ourselves a story that was not true, and we took it on as true. When we realize that we're the operant power of our reality, and at the end of every single day, we are choosing thoughts to keep running rampant in our head, and that is why it's manifesting in our physical world. It allows us to kind of redirect that energy and finally be inspired to take action towards our goals, right? So one thing I'm going to highly recommend to you guys in order to let go of limiting beliefs and lack mindsets, it's pinpoint: one, why do you have them? And two, what do they look like? What do they feel like? Okay, so typically what I like to do when it comes to letting go of limiting beliefs, I like to kind of break it down by logic, because some of the limiting beliefs that you have don't make sense at all. Because again, once you realize like every single thing you're experiencing in this world is just a reflection of you, you created it, you assumed it into being, so that is why you're existing in it. You're like, well, who told you that I'm ugly? Why did I choose that thought when I can choose like I'm pretty? Like you'll be like, this is dumb. Like, you would just make it so easy for yourself. Another thing when it comes to limiting beliefs is how like you can start to see how actually I really run this. Because at the end of every day, you gotta make a choice. People don't want to believe that they're the operant power of their world, but when you look inwards and you stop paying attention to the physical world, but you look inwards, you're like, all these thoughts that are running rampant, I can literally just pick one and plant it as a belief. Like Inside Out, you remember that let me see, you remember that scene where they were doing the beliefs and they were trying to make Riley's core beliefs, and they literally picked and choose exactly what core beliefs Riley should be, you know, tapping into? That is exactly what you're doing with your limiting beliefs and lack mindsets. So as you kind of work around logic and be like, it doesn't make sense that I'm ugly because beauty is subjective, you see what I'm saying? You can go to the next step, which is replacing those limiting beliefs and replacing those lack mindsets, because people let them go but don't realize that they have to replace them. And every single day you tell yourself that, because the only reason why you believe in those limiting beliefs is because every single day you told yourself those things. So now you got to implement a new belief. You have to create it and solidify it within your being. And so this looks like saying affirmations every single day. Okay, and it's very easy. Please do not overthink it. It's super easy to say affirmations to yourself. You can walk throughout the day and be like, I'm so happy, I'm pretty and gorgeous. You ain't gotta believe it, because it's gonna naturally occur. You ain't gotta think about it, because it's gonna naturally occur. You can also listen to subliminals. I absolutely positively love subliminals, especially when I don't feel like doing affirmations all the time. So I listen to subliminals. You can do visualizations for not only your limiting beliefs and lack mindsets, but for your vision board. Whenever you see your vision board and you have it on your laptop, you have it on your phone, you have it on your iPad, you look like, oh my God, I am so happy I'm living this life. Because the way life is presented to yourself, the way you manifest your desires, is not by saying I'm going to get it or expecting things to come. It's knowing that it's already occurred. It has already happened for you. So when you move with that mindset of everything is already done for me, it allows you to be in the state of being of your desires and finally get those physically materialized in the realm. And the thing is, at the beginning, you don't have to believe it. Eventually you will. You will have no choice. Whatever you consistently tell yourself is what's going to become true. And that's why a lot of thoughts, like, say for instance, you've been joking around a lot, and the joke was like, oh, I'm so ugly. And then all of a sudden, 40 days later, you believe that you're ugly. And you start feeling insecure. You're like, well, why the fuck do I feel that way? I never felt that way before. It's because you just kept telling yourself that. Your thoughts are extremely powerful. Repetition is extremely powerful. So whatever you're telling to yourself and whatever you're repeating to yourself, make sure it's in your highest alignment. That is my highest and most easiest method of manifestation. Creating an affirmation, consistently telling yourself that affirmation, knowing that it's already done and you don't have to stress out. Another helpful tidbit is what would it look like for you to not be stressed out about this manifestation, because you know it's already done. And how can you stay in that story? Like once you created that affirmation and you consistently tell yourself that, you cannot go back to the old you. That's where a lot of you guys messed up. You go back to old habits, you go back to old patterns, and then you run a while like, why isn't anything manifesting for yourself? It's just because you're wavering. So just make sure you don't waver, you stay consistent, and you're gonna see your life transform, like inevitably. It's just, it can't help but to transform, because that's what you keep telling yourself, and that's what the world is going to reflect. That is how you're going to create your vision board. That is also how you're going to let go of lack mindsets and limiting beliefs, and that is also how you're going to manifest. Affirmations are the perfect beginner-friendly manifestation method. Now, some of you may hate affirmations. Another great method is scripting. I love scripting. Like, scripting is so fun. You really get into the feeling of it. You really embody it. So scripting is just essentially writing in present tense how a day in your life has gone, or what it feels like to finally have your manifestation made manifest. And again, the point is to put yourself in a state of being that you have it. That is how everything materializes in your world. It doesn't happen because you're running away from it, or you're saying I don't have it. It only happens because you know it's already done. One of my final methods that I highly recommend for a lot of people, especially those who have been in traumatic, situations, when you have been a person who has been told all your life that you can't manifest, your desires, you can't have this, you can't have that, you're not worthy of this, you're not worthy of that, it's going to scare you. Changing your thoughts is going to scare you. Changing your thoughts is going to be hard because your subconscious mind and your past self is fighting your current self and your conscious mind. So what you need to do in order to combat that and to help you with that, and there's nothing wrong with that, is emotional regulation. What is emotional regulation? Regulating your emotions, making sure that whenever an anxiety comes up, you do not allow it to influence your thoughts. The way you can do this is through meditation. My favorite method is breath work, breathing in deeply into my belly and then exhaling, making sure that when I do that, I release any and all energy, because energy is just energy, emotions in motion, something like that. Energy in motion, emotions in motion, something like that. That's all that is. And so I like to visualize like my emotions coming out of me and finally being purified. I also like to do energy work, and energy work is great because I attract like all the good energy and I fill up my cup. It's another visualization technique. I'm gonna put it up here because I'm pretty sure I created a video on how to do your energy and how to get your energy together, so I'm gonna put it up here. But those are a couple of tips I recommend to keep you emotionally regulated, as well as make sure that you're not tapping against your highest alignment and you don't self-sabotage, because that is one thing a lot of people who are afraid of tapping into your higher power do, self-sabotage, because it's easier to be comfortable. It's easier to know what's going to occur. When you're creating a new reality for yourself, you essentially don't know. But the thing about it is you do know. You do know what you're going to create. You do know what's happening for you. You don't know how, right? And I think that's where a lot of people get scared at. They just don't know how they're creating their lifestyle, but you don't need to know the how. You never need to know the how. All you need to know is that it comes to you instantly, easily, bringing harm to none, for the good of all, but especially you. And after that, you can just live life to the fullest. I want you to walk throughout life knowing that you're lucky, that you can have everything you want. It is very easy for you to get everything you want, and you're going to be fine. That, like, it's no harm in talking to yourself that way, right? And the more you do that, right, the more you talk nicely to yourself and compassionately and tapping to your highest power all the time and consistently, is the more that it will be second nature for you to not only achieve your desires, but to live in them wholeheartedly. Okay. And if you have any questions about any of this, right, leave them in the comments below, because I don't want this video to get too long, because what I like to do is make sure I tap on every subject so you guys don't have any questions. But ask me any questions, I got you. Like, if you need to figure out how to be consistent, what if, your manifestations leave you this, that, just ask the question. I got you, because I get it. I understand. I've been there. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that is it for this video. I really hope this helped you create a vision board that is absolutely positively going to manifest. One thing about me is my vision board has already manifested. Now, not only is it manifesting, it's like, it's continuing to happen. I have so much good news to share with you guys, so much goodness to share with you guys. Like, 2024 was the best year. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys want a video on my lessons of 2024, because I can definitely do that and just show you guys like, hey, Don't do this in 2025 if you want a good year. If you guys like to see more from me, make sure to follow me on all of my socials and head over to my shop, because I do offer fairy tarot readings that help you live in your highest alignment and even help you manifest your desires based off of your specific energy. Because I personally believe that everybody in this world has a specific, unique energy and expression to them. And that is why, you know, trying other people's ideas and ideologies does not work, because you are a unique expression of the divine. How can we tap into that so you can create a unique life path? Everybody is not the same. Everybody's supposed to do things differently. And with my tarot readings, I make sure you know that. But yeah, guys, again, thank you so much for being here. I really hope you have a beautiful, gorgeous, abundant day. And I'll see you later, Angel Fairies. Bye.